It is the Monday version of Sports Splash on ABS TV. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. We'll tell you that Super Falcons have lined up a friendly against Senegal ahead of the 2026 Women African Cup of Nations. NFF unveils a President Federation Cup round of 64 fixtures. We'll also be telling you about what's happening in the world of chess. In Nigeria. Formula One will also feature on the show, as well as some football news here on ABS TV Sports Splash. I am Ike Nwokedi. We'll begin immediately with our first story from the camp of the Super Falcons. And the Falcons are expected to take on Senegal in a double-header international friendly next month, according to reports this morning. The two matches will hold at the Remo Stars International Stadium, Ikene, and is expected to happen on Friday the 5th of June, and Monday the 8th of June. The friendly will serve as part of the Super Falcons preparations for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations. Justin Madugu's side we are earlier expected to take on Jamaica in an international friendly at the end of the month, but the North Americans are pulled out due to logistical reasons, and the Super Falcons were last seen in action, and that was a match when they defeated the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon 3-1 in a friendly in Yaoundé. Nigeria will be targeting an 11th title at the WAFCON 2026 finals in July. That's later this year in Morocco, and the West Africans have been drawn in Group C with debutants Malawi, Zambia, and Egypt going forward for that one. So the preparations is on ground. I will be keeping you posted as regards to the developments concerning that one. Next up on the show, let's talk about the Falconets. Yes, when you talk about the Falconets, is the under-20 women's side of Nigeria. Let's tell you that they will face champions Spain and China in the Group F of the 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifying on Friday. Women's World Cup following Friday's draw, held in Lodz, and that was in Poland. The Nigerian ladies were also drawn alongside debutants New Caledonia in what promises to be one of the most competitive groups of the expanded 24-team tournament scheduled for the 5th to the 27th of September. Spain, one of the strongest teams in women's youth football, headlines Group F, while China add further pedigree to a group that will test the Falconets' ambitions of making another deep run at the tournament. Nigeria qualified for the championship after overcoming Malawi 3-2 on aggregate in the final qualifying round, and will once again carry Africa's hopes alongside Ghana, Tanzania, and the Benin Republic. The Falconets remain one of the most consistent teams in the history of the competition, having reached the final twice, and that was in 2010 and 2014, losing on both occasions to Germany. This year's edition will, however, be without Germany for the first time in the tournament history. Elsewhere, African representatives Ghana were drawn in Group C alongside France, Republic of Korea, and Ecuador, while Tanzania landed in Group B with Brazil, Canada, and England. And Benin Republic, one of the tournament debutants, will face the host Poland, Argentina, and Mexico, and that's in Group A, while defending champion North Korea were drawn in Group E alongside Portugal, Costa Rica, and Colombia. And that's about the competition coming up. It's all about the Women's Under-20 World Cup, and the Falconets are getting ready for that one. Well, let's tell you in our third story that the fixtures for the men's and women's competition of this year's President Federation Cup national competition have been released following the draw ceremony held last week at the NFF Secretariat in Abuja. And speaking during the ceremony, NFF Ajara Secretary Dr. Mohamed Sanusi stated that this year's draw process was consistent with previous editions while noting that the competition structure will be more straightforward as no team received a bye into the next round. And we can tell you that during the draw, defending champions Akwara United, we are seated at number 1, while last year's runners-up Abakaliki FC, we are placed at number 64. The tournament, as it is the tradition, will be played strictly on knockout basis, and Dr. Sanusi also confirmed that Asaba, the capital city of Delta State, will host the grand finale of this year's President's Federation Score Final. So it's been confirmed right now, the President Federation Score Final, the draws have been made, and last year finalists, Akwara United and Abakaliki, will also feature the finals. The big one will be happening at the Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba, and that's in Delta State, as confirmed by Dr. Sanusi, who happens to be the General Secretary of the Nigeria Football Federation. You're watching Sports Splash on ABS TV. We'll go for a short break. When we come back, we'll tell you about the board game of chess on the show. We'll start from the local scene and then bring you up to speed on what is happening at the international scene when we come back on the flip side of the show for the interview segment. Stick around.
Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS. With delight, we bring you the light that we bear through our illustrious leaders. Our icons. Our industrious people. Our rich culture, our places of pride, and our mouth-watering cuisine. With unbridled professionalism and renewed tenacity, we serve you real-time news, information, entertainment of varied genres with unfettered reach of your clients and customers. AB.
Splash on ABS TV Friday, the Friday edition. We told you about the chess, the board games, and today on Monday we want to talk about it once again on the sports show. And joining me this morning, I have Mr. Joshua Udochukwu Odenaka. He happens to be the CEO of Titan Chess, and also the director, the competition director of the just concluded that's the first Anambra Chess Under 25 Rapid Chess Tournament 2026 edition, and he joins us this morning to talk about the show. Mr. Odenaka, good morning. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much.
You disappointed me on Friday, but definitely I'll forgive you for being here on the show. Good to see you, and your outfit looks like a typical chessboard. Thank you very much for joining us. But first, yes. As a sports administrator, basically for the board game of chess, we know there are a lot of board games. Chess, we know Scrabble, we know table tennis, but we want to focus on chess. But there seems to be this similarity between chess and Scrabble because it's a mental game. Talk us through about chess competition. I know it's a board game for 2 players and played on square board consisting of 64 squares arranged in an 8x8 grid. Tell us more about this competition and how has it been for you thus far?
Well, the competition was a huge success, and I'm very grateful to God about that. Chess is unlike many other board games. Yes, all of them are still board games, but it's a game that there is no element of luck involved in it. For instance, in Scrabble that you mentioned now, there's still the idea that somebody can get lucky in picking up a very good tile. But chess is a two-person game that is purely strategic in nature, right? Every time you make a move, if you win the game, you know that you played a very good game. And if you lose the game, you know that there is something that you could have done better that you didn't do. It was so nice to have the opportunity to organize the first Anambra Under 25 Rapid Chess Tournament.
Yes, the pictures are on your screen right now.
That pulled in a whole lot of players from across the country, from Lagos, from Imo State, from Abuja. People traveled far and wide to attend the event. And it was very nice. Held for 2 days, 15th and 16th. And it's been concluded already.
It's been concluded already. This is the first time you're having this, or has it been there before, or this is the maiden edition? I heard of first, but I know there has been a competition before this time.
Yes. At Titans Chess, we've been organizing the Titans Chess Championships.
Okay.
As at last year, we held Titans Chess Championship 3.0. The 4.0,
okay.
yes, 3.0. The 4.0 should be holding later this year. But this is the first edition of the Anambra State Under 25 Rapid Chess Tournament. So it is bigger. We had partnerships from Sintoko Services. Actually, Sintoko is a co-organizer of this event along with Titans Chess. They are a very huge partner in the success of this event. And so this is the first edition. We hope that there will be much more bigger and better ones in the future.
Now, for this competition, the first Anambra Chess Under 25, we know that the format is a Swiss system from the information you gave us.
Yes.
The rounds are 11 rounds, time control, rapid 20 minutes plus extra 10 seconds. We are told prize money, a total sum of prize money of 1 million naira,
Yes.
divided into different categories. And of course, we heard that there are 86 participants for this one. What were the highs and lows in this competition that just came to a crescendo? And that was on Saturday.
Well, some of the highs that we had is I've been organizing so many tournaments over the years in Anambra State here in Southeast, even organized some in Lagos. This time around, we were able to accommodate a master came, candidate master, Toluwanimi, attended this event, and it was quite nice. He played a nice performance. There were a few lows that had to do with a partner that disappointed, but by God's grace, everything ended up as a success.
Okay, let's talk about the level of collaboration you had before this time. I know that there are bodies associated with chess in Anambra State and Anambra State Chess Association, and also I know there should be Nigeria Chess Association, Federation, not really association. What was the level of collaboration we had with them? Were they part of this? Were they informed? Did they play any role? Did they give any form of support?
Yes, the Anambra Chess Association was very well aware of this event, and it's also powered by the Nigeria Chess Federation and FIDE, the international body of chess. So this tournament is FIDE rated. Every single participant that played in this event has an international chess profile.
You said FIDE rated.
Yes.
Would you want to explain more on that term, FIDE? What does it mean fully for?
FIDE, F-I-D-E. It's a French abbreviation, Federal International something. So that's the international body of chess. And every competitive player that wants to go very far needs to have a FIDE ID. So this tournament was FIDE rated, meaning that the international body of chess recognized the events. The Nigeria Chess Federation also recognized the events. Their logos and everything was on all of our publications to show that this is a standard international recognized tournament.
Okay, let me just, I have to ask you this before I just rail down what the results looked like. What were the challenges you had putting up this competition? Since this is the first for Anambra, unlike the previous ones you used to have.
Well, I'm very grateful for the gift of men and partnerships. A lot of people that I had around me were able to help out with organizing the event successfully. So for the late Professor Achebe was able to help out with...
Professor Chinonso Achebe, you mean?
Yes, Professor Chinonso Achebe was
He's also a chess player.
His son is a chess player. Yes, so he's a very welcome member. And so for the I am International Master Thomas Oparugo, Madu Cynthia, the coach of the Unizik Chess Club, Patrick Natanya.
Patrick,
So all of these persons...
What about Ntefe? I know about state coach Ntefe.
Yes, state coach Ntefe, yes. He wasn't able to attend the event, yes. So all these persons made the event to be successful. There was one issue with the former partner of the hall that we had, but like I said, it was resolved. We were able to conclude. I had to think very fast on the feet on the day 2 of the event to make sure that the participants came. And immediately after the event, people were messaging me, wow, this event was a success, congratulations. Okay. This is one of the best organized events so far. I mean, I was flattered, it's high honor. So I'm looking forward to much more successful ones in the future.
Now let's talk about quickly the top category. In the top category, we had Tiwase Tio Collins with a total of 9 points. That's among the top category winners. We had Mosisa Johnson, Ogene Mayo, and we had Oke Makinde Toluwani. That's 4. They all had Tiwase had 9 points, while the last 2 had 8 points. For the female category was Omesu Miracle, who scored 6.5 points. We had Anara Chiamaka on 6 points, and Mobo Chioma Peace on 4.5 points. For the under 14 category winners, we had Moses Johnson, Ogene Miwoma with 6 points. We had Udo Okechukwu Joel with 6 points, and Wankwo Chimobi Harrison with 5.5 points. And of course, we had a whole lot of persons you appreciated. But this set of persons, players, were exceptional in that one. Out of the 86 that featured in 56, I should say, that featured in the course of this competition. And I would like to ask this. A lot of persons are talking about this, and I know definitely I'm already getting messages, inbox, asking questions. For one who wants to be a chess player, what does this take? What age is this? Can we say if you are above 20, 30, 40, you can participate in chess? And for the young ones also, what particular age can one aspire to play the competitive game of chess, knowing that it is an Olympic sport?
Thank you so much. That's a good question, because I'll comment on the winners to answer that question. The winner of this event, Collins Twese, traveled to come to this event, finished with 9 points out of possible 11. Okay. And he came along with his father for this event. He's just 18 years old. And 18? He won this event. Yes, 18 years old, and he finished with the grand prize of 250,000 naira. All right. So many of these other players here, Moses Johnson, all these persons are very young players. Right. This event is the under 25 rapid chess tournament. So there is really no excuse about age. Young players that are here. We had players that, to capture a piece, they had to stretch their hands, all right, to reach their opponent's side of the board. That is how young they were. But they were playing very, very good chess. Over the while, we've been organizing different programs, apart from tournaments, chess in schools program, coaching and training, different things like that. We've been training children for as little as 5 years old. Even adults can play chess. There's this senior chess, there's also a senior chess tournament category that gets played otherwise. So chess is for everyone. What matters really is your interest, and once you get that interest, you'll be able to flourish in
now, you've talked about this competition. That's the first Anambra Chess Under 25 Rapid Chess Tournament. Sometimes when you have a competition of this nature, after the first edition, always have challenge with continuity, fizzles out. Are you promising the teaming supporters, sports supporters in Anambra State and followers of chess that this will not be the case, that this competition has come to stay, and for many years to come it will go on? Okay,
well, we can trust my track record. Over the years, we've organized the Titan Chess Championship, like I talked about, for, like I said, 3rd edition now. The 4th edition is coming up this year. We intentionally named this one the first Anambra Under 25 Rapid Chess Tournament, not just Anambra, to tell people that, yes, more is coming. As a matter of fact, the partner body, Sintoko, is already organizing another international tournament as we speak, that's coming up in June. So yes, more events are going to come up very soon. I
would like to ask you this. What support did you get, or are you getting thus far regards this? What has been the response thus far regarding this competition? People seeing the outcome, not just those in Anambra State, but for the fact that it's online. And of course, Nigeria Chess Federation are seeing this, and the foreign persons also, FIDE, members of FIDE are seeing this. What has been the response and maybe the support or the promises you are getting towards bettering the competition and maybe having something much bigger in the nearest future?
Well, organizing an event, organizing a chess brand like this in Anambra State, admittedly, has not been very easy. Compared to states like Lagos State and Abuja and other places, chess is much more respected over there compared to here. So I'm really looking forward to a time in Southeast where sponsors, maybe banks, Access Bank, for instance, or different kinds of companies would pay attention to games like this, knowing full well that, oh, players are available. They're just looking out for an opportunity to be able to show their skills, show the hard work that they've put into the game. So right now, the sponsors are not very much. We've been writing, we've been messaging out to people. The sponsors are not very much, but I hope that eventually they would see that things like this are happening and then they can come in to the game.
It is Sports Splash on ABS TV. We're getting towards the concluding stages of the interview. In the house with us is Mr. Joshua Udochukwu-Odinaka, who happens to be the founder of Titan Chess and also the tournament director of the first Anambra Chess Under 25 Rapid tournament. We just came to an end, and that was on Saturday. It was a 2-day event, happened on Friday and Saturday. Yes, on Friday edition of Sports Splash, we told you about this and we promised you that he was going to get him here on Monday, and he's here. 2 more questions before we'll let you go. We'll have barely 2 minutes to go. For this game of chess, having seen this, basically we can say that this is more of Anambra bringing a whole lot of persons.
Yes.
Are there plans to have a competition maybe for tertiary institutions in the state, basically one for all the secondary schools, and to make chess a mainstay in the Ivory Tower and equally post-primary school, as the case may be?
Yes, that is a huge dream of mine. As a matter of fact, before organizing this event, I was an arbiter. My title is National Arbiter, NA, Odinaka Joshua Udochukwu. I was an arbiter at the recently concluded EcoBank National School Team Chess Championship, which held in Lagos. All right, and I've been an arbiter there twice now. I've seen the structure and all that. It's something that we can replicate here very, very easily. We just need the right partnerships in place to make that very possible. Yes.
Finally, before we let you go, message to the fans and followers of the game in chess in Anambra State and in Nigeria.
I've met a lot of people that are chess players in Southeast and in Anambra State that for some reason they just play chess for fun. They wish that they have the opportunity to improve themselves, but they do not know that something like this is possible. They don't know that something like this is around. Many people that were passing by the tournament venue were like, wow, is there really something like this? Had to start snapping the banner and all that. So if you're watching this, just know that yes, we're here, we're available for you. You can reach out to us, you can check our social media pages, our website. We have an online community, and we also have a physical chess club right here in Anambra State.
Where's that chess club in Anambra State?
It's in Unizik.
Unizik, okay,
Yes.
okay. So we have one already domiciled in the
Yes,
States
we
where
do
people
have
can be
in
part
the
of.
States. There are also even other ones. I mean, the state club is at Onitsha,
Okay.
right? Stadium at Onitsha. So there are lots of other ones. If you're able to reach out, once you just join the community and you interact with the community, people are going to tell you about different ones. Any other tournament, there are lots of tournaments lined up in the calendar year, right? So just get in touch.
All right, Mr. Joshua Udochukwu-Odinaka, founder of Titan Chess and the tournament director of First Anambra Chess Under 25 Rapid Competition. Thank you so much for being here on a very short notice, and we'll continue to do our very best in bringing this game, chess, the board game, to the front burner, just like we do on Sports Splash. That's the size of the show this morning. Thank you very much for being part of Sports Splash, the Monday edition. For the rest of the week, Tuesday down to Friday, we'll be talking sports at this hour. The name is Ike Moke. Have a lovely week, and remember to keep sporting. Bye-bye now.